First out, Three of Cups. And that definitely feels like the vibes right now. Feels like we're in a space of celebration, a space of being exactly where we need to be. And it just feels like this week we're being celebrated by our guides, our spirit teams, by our higher self, our future selves, like everything that is. It just, and I'm being drawn to their faces, how their faces are kind of like the cosmic galaxy. Like you see like stars and it's kind of blue like the night sky. And it just feels like, yeah, our support is very proud of us. All the things that supports our ancestors, and even some of the things in the physical as well. It just feels like this is our coronation and the culmination of our journey. It's like, yeah, it's our moment to just be, what's the word? Just to be celebrated and acknowledged, you know? It's kind of like, hey, cheers to that. And it's like, yeah, that's where we are right now. So if you've been doing the work, and I know you have been, then yeah, allow your celebration to be beautiful because it is here for you. Hell yeah, y'all keep turning up in that chat. That's definitely the vibes right now. It's like, that's where we are right now. It's like we're at our party. It's like, yeah, it's winter, it's cold outside, but you know, we all know that it's all right. Like we're in the flow of things right now and we're not forcing anything. We're just allowing. And that just feels like exactly where we need to be right now. So kudos to you. And I'm proud of you and I'm proud of us. And yeah, the things we do here are so big and way bigger than we even know. And it's like this card that just popped out, I saw at the bottom and I kind of ignored it. And then I shuffled a couple times and it popped out. So yeah, Queen of Swords. Yeah, and this just feels like stay focused. Stay focused on what you're focused on. And don't miss out. Yeah, don't split your energy between, you know, working on the things you're working on, but also being worried about, you know, these other things that are that feel like they're so important or that if you don't pay attention to them that things will get messed up, you know? Like if you're being called to, you know, work on this project, but it's like you're like, "Oh man, but they need me over here." Like, "Oh, is everything okay?" You know, but you're spending so much time working on a project, looking back, or you know, to where you're not able to dive in and fully immerse yourself in the work. Understand that you're out of alignment. And you see, like, she's looking this way, but then there's the eye looking dead at us. And it's like, she don't have to watch her back. She still can see. She knows that everything's okay. Um, yeah, spirit has her back. Her guides has her back. And she has her own back without having to consciously sit there and try to micromanage everything and make sure everything's okay. It's like you can allow yourself to really give yourself to your work or really give yourself to the things that are calling to you right now. And that's exactly what the call of this card is. It's like, yo, this week, lock in on what is calling to you. Lock in on yourself. Lock in on the things you're doing, and trust that everything else is being tended to, and that when it's time for you to really give yourself to these other things that you feel like are so important, that you'll feel that call too. So you don't have to force or try to really control so much or curate the perfect experience as far as just where you're putting your time. Trust your heart, trust the calls that you're getting, and go in those directions and allow everything else to unfold as it will, because it will. It doesn't take any conscious effort from you, any conscious micromanaging from you at all. And I'm also being drawn to the hands coming out of her head. It's like, it's not just you. Like, you see she got extra hands here. She's got eyes behind her back. It's like you're being supported by so much. And it's like all you have to do is do what your part and trust that the rest is being done. So, yeah, definitely remember that. And that was an important message because, like I said, I tried to keep moving and it came right back out. Like, please, like, you saw me. But yeah, this deck is absolutely beautiful if you haven't noticed yet. It feels very magical and, yeah, very creative. Everything that we are here. It's interesting how those jumped right out, but now it feels kind of calm. The energy feels very charged but calm at the same time, honestly. Like in my hands, the cards feel calm, but I feel the energy in my body, like in waves. Yeah, trust the info you're getting in your body, yo. If you're feeling things, acknowledge them, and hey, there might be information there. There is information there. There's no coincidence, and everything is for a reason. Page of Wands. Yeah, I'm hearing stand firm. Stand firm in the things you believe. Stand firm in the things you're doing. And stand firm on yourself and who you've become up until this point. And I'm being drawn to how his wand is taking root. So it gives me the impression that he's been here for a while, you know. And but in that being said, he also is still standing tall. He's not leaning over like he's tired or like he needs rest or he's been here too long. He's standing there firm, like he just got there. But the roots feel like he's been there for a long time. So it's like that's what you're being called to do right now, is to stand firm, like, and be unwavering right now. Especially as people come and, you know, might be introducing extra noise into your experience right now, or trying to plant seeds of doubt within you, or just coming with energy that's just not useful to where you're going. Don't allow it to sway you this way or that way, and don't get too entangled with it. Understand that you can allow these things to pass just like clouds in the blue sky, you know. If you look at them and they'll move, they'll keep moving. It doesn't take any force or any engagement or anything from you to move them out the way. Like if you look up, go about your business and look up again, chances are they'll be gone, you know. And it's like, that's what you're being asked to do. All you have to do is stand firm where you are. And understand that, yo, as long as you honor yourself and these things that are calling out to you, that there's nothing else to do. And you can allow the noise to just be noise and allow it to move and pass, because it will. Yeah, I'm also being drawn to the hand and the back. That's the building. And that just also feels like the divine support behind you. And it's like you don't have to watch your back. You don't have to, you know, feel like so much is on you to make happen as far as just protecting yourself or as far as clearing things up or defending yourself or any of that stuff. It's like you can focus on doing your thing, stand firm where you are, and continue as you were. And trust that these things that are popping up or surfacing that just aren't worth your energy, trust that they just aren't worth your energy, and it doesn't take any energy from you to address them or move them or do anything. And yeah, I got 5 of Wands on the bottom in reverse. And this honestly feels like a resurrection, you know? Like, you see how his hand's coming out of the snake's mouth. And it's like, it just feels like either you thought you were done or people thought you were done for, and this is you, like that, the return, like the hand coming out. It's like, oh, wow, wait, he's, you know, they thought you were done for. They thought, you know, your whole body's in the snake, like you're done, but that hand is still kicking, you know. These wands, the electricity coming out, and these are little snakes on his hands too. It's like against all odds, he's still kicking, and that feels like you right now. It's like allow yourself to resurrect, to come back stronger, you know, even if you've been down for a really long time, and if you know, you feel like you're not even, like if this is something like, okay, I gave up on this, but you know what, I'm feeling called back to it, then it's like, yo, don't feel like just because you gave up or just because it's been a while that, you know, you can't come back or you're not redeemable, because you are. And you have that call, and now you're coming back stronger. You come back with more experience, and you're not the same person you were. And yes, it may take some time as far as just, you know, getting back in the swing of things, but you're better off than you were if you allow yourself to be, because now you have the experience of stopping, of now you understand that, wow, okay, this really is for me. You have that spark, that new spark to come back. And that's everything right now. And that's your superpower right now. So it's like, as you come back, don't be hesitant or feel like, you know, oh man, like I'm not as good as I used to be, or I got to wait until, you know, I get some time in it and then I'll be as good as I once was. Understand that you are everything you were then and more, you know. Time is is a construct anyway. It's like, as long as you continue on, it's right where you left off if you allow it to be. Yes, you might have to get reacclimated with it, but you're definitely better off because you have more experience now. So enjoy this process and allow it to be beautiful because it is. And hey Buns Fish, welcome to the party. Yeah, and underneath that, on the bottom is the Empress. And it's like, yeah, things are growing, and just allow them to grow. And understand that as long as you continue to show up and continue to do your thing, that you're getting better and that you're becoming closer and you're becoming more of yourself. And that things are progressing. And whatever it is you're working on right now, it feels like, yeah, it feels like you're about to give birth to something really, really big and bigger than you even anticipate. So it's like the biggest call right now is to just take the things you're doing very seriously. And that doesn't mean like be afraid to mess them up or like be hella cautious about them, but it's more so just put your best foot forward and really put in what you're trying to put in, you know? Like if it's really important to you or if it feels special to you, put that energy into it. Treat it that way, you know? Don't just sit there and only be like, oh man, I gotta keep working on this thing and I can't wait till I'm done, you know? Because if that's the energy you're putting into it, understand that that's the energy that's living in it, you know? Those are seeds. It's like you're planting a seed of, oh, I just want to be done. Oh, I can't wait till it's over. Like that translates into how it's received by others as well, you know? Even if they can't consciously be like, oh, this feels like somebody who didn't want to work on this. Even if they can't consciously say that, they pick up on those energies within themselves. So when this thing isn't successful, you're going to be like, man, see, I put all this energy and it didn't even work. But it's like you have to understand that the energy you put into it, the seeds you were sowing was energy that wasn't going to work, you know? That's the results you were going to get back. So allow it to be beautiful, you know, be excited to work on it. Be like, oh man, I can't wait to work on this thing. Or, oh man, I can't wait to put this energy into it. And if that's not the energy you're in, don't force it, you know? And that doesn't mean like, oh, wait until inspiration finds you. Like that's cool too. But there's things you can do to go get inspired, you know? There's people that inspire you regularly. There's things that make you feel inspired. You know, you could go watch that documentary that always makes you excited and ready to work. And then after that, you'll be in that space and then you can go work. So it's like you can cultivate that inspiration. You don't have to wait for it. I feel like that's where things get misconstrued, where it's like, oh, inspired action, don't force things. But it's like, there's ways you can cultivate those sparks and you can cultivate that flow. You can definitely have a say in that. So just make sure you're following inspired action, that you're continuing to put inspired energy into the things you're working on because they are a big deal and they deserve to be treated as such. And the best way to guarantee results that feel good is to put energy in that feels good as you're working on these things and trust that those seeds will become trees of those very fruit or those very intentions. So, yeah. Hey, and underneath that, the Hermit. And that just feels like, yo, this work is personal. It's like reflect on why you do what you do. Reflect on how you got to this point. And as you do that, you'll realize how much intention, how much love, how much awareness, and all that it took to get here, you know? And it's like, to the untrained eye, it may seem like, you know, you've been floating. It may seem like, like you're lucky or like you haven't worked really hard or like things just happen for you. But it's like, no. You know how much work it took for things to look effortless. You know how much presence and intention and hardship and all that it took for things to just look lucky and to appear like things were just happening overnight. There was so much that happened. There were so many long nights, so many early mornings and all that. So it's like, remember that right now. And the moon at the top feels like a reminder as well. And it feels like just trusting your intuition and remembering the things you did in the dark, the things that nobody saw, you know. I'm getting like the analogy when it comes to like basketball. It's like, oh, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. And it's like, that's the reality of the situation, you know. Because people see you on game day, they see you performing and, oh my God, he's so good, he's so talented. But it's like what they don't see is how many nights you were sitting there getting up a bunch of shots, how many days you didn't feel your best, but you still kept going. And just all that. And that's the stuff that makes the things they see on game day possible. So don't fall for the illusion of, oh man, he's so talented. Oh man, he's so blessed. And it's like, no, he's hardworking, you know. She is there night in, night out, putting her best foot forward every day. And yeah, you just see the results. Yeah, you just see the performance. But the real work is way underneath the surface and is done in the dark, you know? So it's like that feels like this reminder here. So it's like you've done way too much and come way too far to take the things you do lightly. So it's like, yo, put your best foot forward and honor all the past versions of you it took to get to this point. Don't start to fall for the illusions of, you know, things are just happening, or, you know, they're just whatever, because they're not. So hell yeah. That was a really good message, and I'm very grateful that that came through. Yeah, y'all are so special, man. If you don't know that, and that doesn't that's you're not connected to that specialness, then I need y'all to go look in the mirror and really sit with yourself and, yeah, do a deep dive, because y'all are everything, and I feel it. I feel the energy and the presence here right now, and it just feels very charged and very, very big. Yeah, I'm grateful to even just be in it and be able to navigate it and reflect it for you all. Oh. Yeah, Eight of Wands. And I just heard drop the mask. It's like, it's very important that you show up as you right now. And all the way across the board and everything that you do, you know. The more you can inject your whole self into the things you're doing, the more progress you'll see right now. It's like you find yourself being this way over here and being that way over there, and only, you know, allowing a small portion of yourself to be seen in this thing. Like, understand that you're going to be very fragmented, and your results will be very fragmented, you know. You won't feel like you're living a life that's truly entirely yours, you know. And it's like the more you can inject into everything, the more you get back. And it's like, that's the dance of all this stuff, you know. Life is a balance of divine masculine and divine feminine energies, you know, that divine give and take. So it's like, if you're only giving 5% of yourself to your reality, understand that it's not going to give you a reality back that matches 100% of you, you know. It's only going to give you back the part that matches that little 5% you're showing up as. So if the closer you can get to showing up authentically in everything as 100% yourself, understand that you're going to find yourself in a life that feels like 100% you, you know? Because if you're only showing up as 5% you, you know, there's a lot of things that resonate with that small sliver of yourself. But who you are in your entirety is hyper specific. So the more you can inject into everything, the results will be hyper specific. So if you put 100% of you into everything you do, to where it's like, yo, there's nothing I'm involved in that's not 100% me. Like, I'm not wearing any mask anywhere. I'm not, you know, people pleasing anywhere. I'm not sacrificing or shrinking anywhere. You understand that your life cannot be anything other than 100% a product of you, because the only seeds you're planting are authentic 100% you seeds. So the trees you get will be 100% you. And that's just the reality we live in, you know. So it's like, the more you can take these masks off and minimize showing up as something other than yourself, the more results you'll see, and the more forward movement you'll see and enjoy in your life. And this is interesting because if you're familiar with Tarot, the Eight of Wands is typically a card where it shows the wands flying through the sky with lots of movement. But here it's like there's 7 wands just planted firmly where they are. And then there's this one wand in the middle with the mask on it. And it's like, that's the difference. Wearing these masks keep you here, you know. You remove that mask, those wands get to moving and get to flying through the sky. And you get that forward motion. But the more you sit here and show up inauthentically, then you can't really expect a life that feels authentic. And you can't expect yourself to move into all these things that you're looking to move into. And they're here for you and they're waiting for you. So it's like, the last step is yours. And it's just like, show up authentically. Surrender to you and understand that all you ever had to be was yourself. And that you came here as yourself for a reason. And all the things that are in your heart and all the things you see for yourself are experienced by you. And the truest you that you can be. So understand that the more you're wearing masks, there's things that are being kept away. So if you can look up and be like, yo, I'm just 100% me, understand that your life will be 100% you. Guaranteed. So. Yeah, and we got 3 of Wands on the bottom. And this just feels like healthy detachment, you know. See how that wand is over there, like by itself? He's not even connected to that hand. He's not looking at it, nothing. And there's this other wand over here that's by itself, and it's growing. It's got like some grass coming out of it. And this one that he's attached from is rooted. And it's like, that's the way forward, you know? You can't, in the process of taking these masks off, you have to be a little bit detached from how you'll be received, you know? Some people won't like it. And so, hey, some people will like it a lot, but you still have to be detached from that too, because that doesn't matter, you know? Because you're just being you because you need to be you. And that's all the validation you need. So yeah, the praise is cool, you know, the people who like it, yeah, that's awesome. And the people who don't like it, that's awesome too. But at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with you. And if nobody liked it, you'd still be here. If everybody liked it, you'd still be here. Like nothing would change. So don't allow it to change just because you're getting approval or you're not getting approval or any of that. It's like, yo, do your thing, stay focused, and trust that these things are growing. Whether you sit there all hands on and trying to control every narrative and defend yourself and make sure everybody's receiving you correctly, or you just do your thing and allow people to talk, you allow them to feel how they want to feel, say with all that. And it's like that's the best thing you can do anyway, because that's how you save your energy, and that's how you can have more energy to put where it belongs, rather than sitting there wasting it trying to control narratives when they're going to be what they want to be anyway. And at the very point that somebody wants to paint a picture, they're going to paint it regardless of whether it's the truth or not. So the best thing you can do is stay focused, keep your eyes ahead, stay detached from these things, and trust that everything is going to continue to unfold as it needs to. But yeah, drop those masks, y'all, especially when it comes to creation and your creative endeavors, you know. Don't sit here and make things that you feel like people want to see or that they'll approve. Make the things that are very, very you, that only you can make. That's how you move forward. Because a million people can make pretend things, you know, can make this thing that's already proven to work. But the things that are going to really move you forward are the things that only you can create, that you were put here to create. Plain and simple. And yeah, I saw this card earlier, but I ignored it. It's like, yeah, and this just feels like exactly what I was talking about as far as just creating things just because you feel like they'll work, or because, you know, it's proven to work, or you're just trying to, you know, do what's trendy. And it's like, all money's not good money. You see that hand's golden, but look at the top, you see what? A snake coming down his arm. And it's like, as soon as those pinnacles hit your hand, you're gonna get bit, and you're gonna be like, what the heck happened? It's like, yeah, that's inauthentic money. That's money given to you, born of seeds that aren't truly you, you know? It's not truly yours. So you're going to get results that aren't yours. And the things that are yours feel like divine grace. They feel like abundance. They feel like magic. They feel like, oh my God, life is amazing. I need for nothing. So as when you're making money, you're like, wow, I'm making so much money. But it's like, dang, but things don't feel right, or it feels like something's wrong, or bad things are also happening, you know, whatever. It's like, how did you make that money? Where did that money come from? Was that your money? Or were you sitting here, are you taking in money that belongs to a whole different version that's not actually you, you know? If it came from being inauthentic, trust that the results will be inauthentic. They won't completely be you. Even if on the surface it's like, wow, I have all this success, I have all these things. That fulfillment will be missing. And it's like, because at the end of the day, you got to keep it how you got it. So it's like, at the very point you try to go authentically, understand that these things will crumble. And then now you'll be at square one, when it's like you could have just started there and cultivated that energy from then, and just been like, yo, I know this route might be a little longer, but as these things pan out for me and as they work, I know that it will be able to be sustained, because I can always be me 100%. You know, that won't change. You can always be authentic. But when you're chasing waves and you're trying to do what other people like, you're going to be at the mercy of them. And, you know, especially in today's age, people's attention is very short. What they like is very fickle, you know. Today it's this, tomorrow it's that, just depending on what the wave is. And it's like, you'll be chasing those waves forever until you decide to stop. And at the point you decide to stop, it'll all crumble and you'll have to cultivate something new anyway. So just start there. Yes, it may be a longer road, but I promise you that forward momentum will find you, and it will get you there, and it will be easy to sustain, because at the end of the day, it was born off you being authentic. And you can keep doing that forever. You can stay authentic as long as you want, you know, and you won't have to worry about anything falling away or being taken away. And yep, the last one I'm going to take from the bottom is the Wheel of Fortune, because that's right underneath it. It's like, yeah, it's turning in your favor. It's like all you have to do is be you, and you make that change and you show up authentically and trust that, yo, everything's coming right behind that. It's like the hand's coming right out of the book, you know? It's like, trust your knowledge, trust everything you know right at this point. Because all roads led here, and they're going to continue to lead to everywhere you're going. So definitely you didn't learn this much just to doubt it now, just to move like you don't know what you know now, or any of that. It's like you got this far by trusting yourself and trusting the things you know to be true. So continue as you were and allow them to be beautiful. And especially now in winter, as things, may be falling away, as there may be like some resistance, as things are being shed, it may be easy to fall into thinking something's wrong, or like things are happening because you're not doing X, Y, Z or whatever. But it's like, trust yourself. And that's all you're being asked to do right now. And you've done all the work to be able to trust yourself. You've done the due diligence to know your left from your right. So trust that you do. It's not the time to second guess now. Like, this is it, The big things are coming in right now. And it's like, allow them to. That's all you're being asked to do. Stay out of your own way. And as I say that, these 3 cards fell out.